Emerging Technologies, Next Generation Robots by Trista and Torri. Next generation robots are listed as one of the top 10 emerging technologies in 2015. The International Federation of Robotics estimates over 400 robots will serve as guides in supermarkets, stores, and museums by 2017. Robots first emerged in the 1970s and 80s and were initially not very efficient in production. When first introduced, they were large, complex, and expensive. As system technologies improved, they became more popular, and there were about 52% robot installations in the U.S. Robotic suppliers like Universal Robots from Denmark make robot arms that are light, have a small work envelope, are easily programmed, and are well suited to a small manufacturing business at around $31,000 each. Currently, next generation robots are designed to decrease the demand for human workers in many work areas, evolving away from the old makeup of large and complex towards inexpensive, smaller, and safer systems. Automation technology has significantly improved in recent years. As noted in Wall Street Journal, businesses are now just starting to put bots in stores, although they're now more advanced. They've been in warehouses for more than a decade. Currently, robots mainly used in factory assembly lines, for example, in the automotive industry. The new age of robotics takes these machines away from the big manufacturing assembly lines and into a wide variety of tasks. Robots in the future are expected to be used in more workforces such as nursing, which will include duties such as assisting patients in and out of bed and supporting stroke victims regain control of their limbs. They will also assist in the agriculture field with weed control and harvesting. Fortune magazine stated that Japan plans to open a big robot-run lettuce farm by mid 2017. The farm will use robots to handle almost every farming task related to growing and producing the crops. For the most part, robots currently replace humans completely in a work area and are usually caged away from workers for safety reasons. The next generation robots are designed to be safer and more people friendly to allow side by side interaction between humans rather than replace them to create a more productive workforce for many companies.
Robots in many factories today are very big and dangerous to humans. They have to be fenced off from employees since they swing their robotic arms with so much force. The biggest advantage of the next generation robots is that they are much safer and can work in proximity with human workers. They have better sensors and cameras in order to respond to their environment better, and are being made much smaller. The idea is for robots to work alongside of humans and help them complete tasks instead of replacing people. However, there are no guarantees that the new robots will not take over some jobs. The robots are also becoming easier to set up and move around instead of being bolted to the floor to allow factories to change their setup easier. They can also be repurposed instead of only being used for one task. This will save room and money since companies will not have to buy new robots for every new task. Next generation robots will speed up production and allow companies to expand quicker. Since they are becoming more easily available, they will allow smaller companies to compete with larger ones more in certain industries. They will also allow more competition among countries, since they will be more easily available to everyone. Since robotic technology is becoming cheaper and more available, there is a fear that they will be used to replace humans in certain jobs. Since robots are becoming able to do a wider variety of things, handle more delicate objects such as smartphones, and are not as dangerous for humans to work around, there is a good chance of them becoming more common in the workplace and possibly taking over people's jobs. Brian Williamson, president of JCB Laboratories, says that robots are very precise, do not get tired, and only do things that they're told to do, unlike human workers. Even though robots may take some jobs away from people, advancement in technology usually leads to companies expanding, so they will also likely create jobs. Another disadvantage of robots is that even with recent technological advances, they still struggle to work with objects that are soft or floppy, such as clothing or bundles of electrical wire. Humans are able to adjust to the way things feel and change what they're doing. Robots, on the other hand, tend to do the same task in the same way each time when making which makes handling flexible objects difficult. Bringing robots into the workplace will also require training for employees so that they can learn how to work with the robots or even just safely around them. This training will require money to be spent by the company and time to be spent by the employees, which will take time away from being spent working. However, that time will be quickly made up once the robots start finishing tasks so much more quickly than before.